Good morning, Ollie. How are you? Wow. Good morning. Good morning. Ollie. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, Emmett Jarvis. Good morning, Chen Chen. Good morning, Everett. Good morning, Nico. Nico's got his polite game on. It's your birthday tomorrow. All right, hold on. Hey, Miriam. Good morning, Cameron. You almost ready? It's going to be a little bit early, but I think that's okay. You ready? Wait a minute. Ollie, is it all right if we sing a little bit early? He's going to answer right over here. Let's see if he types in an answer. Good morning, Mia. Let's wait just a little bit. Is that okay? Good morning, Owen. What? We just have to wait a little bit. See, they're early. Good morning, Maggie. See when they see, I see their names, and then I check them off. It's the meeting. Yeah, there's a lot of names. Good morning, Somerset. Oh, you do? I don't know. You might have met her. Maybe not. Okay. Miriam's got an art project she's working on, so we're gonna sing Ollie happy birthday, and I think actually Chen Chen's birthday. Oh, never mind, it's coming up too. Good morning, Zoe. Okay, on three, ready? And it's Ollie. We're singing to Ollie. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ollie. Happy birthday to you. Give me 5. That was good. Can you close it on your way out? All right. Happy birthday, Ollie. That's tomorrow. That kid went mountain biking with me this morning, along with my other daughter. We got out there early, and we just got back, so it's been a good morning. And I don't know if you guys follow Dynamix 802 on Instagram, but also started my day at 5:30, walked out the front door, walking the dog, and there was a double rainbow, believe it or not, which is pretty cool, unexpected. So I don't know if I said this already, but good morning, Alara. Good morning, Lena. Good morning, Dia. And good morning, Ezra. Good morning, Lex. Everybody, man, if people are on time. Good morning, Ella. So it's still a little bit early. We'll wait a couple more minutes. While you're waiting, if you could read the quote that I put in the chat at the very top of the chat. Yesterday, we didn't have a chance to talk about current events, but I did ask you to be paying attention, and I'm just going to read that quote to you. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Martin Luther King. And you should recognize that because that comes from the Breaking Barriers presentation and the Black Lives Matter work that we were doing before our March break and before the COVID-19. So if you guys remember, at our school, we raised the Black Lives Matter flag, on February 21st, and then we went on our break. And when we came back from break, we had another week of school, and then school was closed for the shutdown. But the reason I bring that up is that if you're paying attention to the news in the last, I think, 4 weeks, we've seen Ahmaud Arbery, who was jogging in Georgia. He was shot and killed by two white folks. We have Breonna Taylor, who is in Louisville. She was actually shot and killed accidentally by the Louisville police force. And then I'm sure you're aware that on Monday there was a video of a gentleman named George Floyd who was basically killed while he was being arrested. And so those are some serious current events. And I know that a lot of people are focused on COVID-19, but you do need to keep paying attention to this. And there's still injustice everywhere. And you see that with the treatment for COVID-19, but in particular, you're seeing that now with these current events. African Americans are being victimized again. And it's something you have to pay attention to. And it's something we have to keep in our minds and make sure that we're fighting for justice. So I just wanted to remind people about that. Good morning, Mallory Supan. Good morning, Avery Forsyth. Good morning, Cadence. Good morning, Cooper. Good morning, Russell. Good morning, Aiden Bushy. Good morning, Hanil. Alara, I agree with that. To be honest with you, I've said this. You know me now for 2 years. I try not. I have a hard time watching the videos. I read about it, and it's too upsetting for me to watch the whole videos. But he was killed by the police, and people filmed it. So Hazel Green, good morning. So these are things when we talked about breaking barriers, and we talked about Black Lives Matter, and we talked about African American History Month. These are why we learn about those subjects in school, because they are happening in real life, and it's going to be up to us to continue to work to get justice for everybody, because right now it's terrible. It's a terrible situation. So please be paying attention to that in the news, and make sure that you're getting your news from a reliable source. Okay. So today is Friday, May 29th. It's our last day in May together. It's also our second to last Friday together. So as I mentioned yesterday, we need to finish strong. We need to really bear down, and we need to reach the finish line. So some reminders for today. And again, on Friday, there's no new work. It's just a great time to make sure you wrap everything up, and you're in good spot for next week. So some organizational pieces. If you could make sure that you're checking your email, also cleaning out your inbox. We talked about that yesterday. And again, these are all in the email that I've sent to you. Office hours. Today I have office hours from 9:30 to 10:30. And please, if you need to talk to me about your project, that would be a great time to do it. There's a document that I'm asking you to sign up for the office hours, so that we don't have two people trying to get in at the same time. That document is linked in your email. This is important, 8th graders. I need you to listen to this, and I need you to pay attention. First of all, as we've said all week, if you have photos that you want into the slideshow, you need to send those to D.L. Kulkarni. Number 2, in your email is a link to a survey asking who you want to dedicate the yearbook to. If you have not already filled that out, please complete that survey. So number 1, photos for the slideshow to D.L. Kulkarni. Number 2, there's a yearbook dedication survey that you're being asked to complete. And then number 3, there is a final project sharing survey. 8th graders, you need to fill that out. We're trying to figure out the best way for you to be able, if you want, to share your project. And so if you could fill out that survey, that will give us some good information so that we can prepare for that. Lex Lake, and yes, those are 8th grade only. And those are labeled in your email, 8th grade only, okay? Don't forget also, as I mentioned, that we're trying to finish the Odyssey by the end of next week, and we're trying to have our slideshows mostly completed by next week, or your speeches, whatever you're doing. And again, that gives us time to reflect, revise, edit, and finalize that following week. So again, if you set next Friday, June 5th, as your deadline, that gives you a few days in the following week as a cushion to wrap up anything that you need to wrap up. Before we go into the learning opportunities, does anybody have a question? Anybody have questions? Okay, so you only have actually three things that I want you to focus on today. Number one is to continue working on your final projects, your final project reflections. Make sure that you, sorry, I got distracted there. Make sure that your final reflection projects are linked in the spreadsheet. You put the link in the spreadsheet, and what I'm doing is I'm going in and I am opening them up, and I'm going in and I'm just making some edits and comments. When I come out of your document, I change the color in the spreadsheet to green. So if you go to that spreadsheet and your name is highlighted in green, that means I have edited or reviewed some of your material, okay? So please make sure that you put your final project rough draft in that spreadsheet. That's learning opportunity number one. Learning opportunity number two is to continue listening to the Odyssey. I'll be honest with you, is that I didn't have time to record the last part of chapter 8, but I'll have that up over the weekend, okay? And then learning opportunity number 3, which we're also going to focus on next week and the week after, is any of the certificates that you've earned for online learning. If you could make sure that you put those on your PLP page, your evidence page of your PLP, that would be awesome. All right. So reminders, 8th graders, make sure you're filling out those surveys. Also make sure that you are scheduling yourself so that we can finish strong and have your projects hopefully completed by the end of next week. And then be listening to the Odyssey. Okay. Cadence Centers has a question. Linda Goodell is the secretary who's retiring after 42 years of working at Main Street Middle School. So when you go into the Main Street Middle School office, Linda Goodell has been working there for 42 years. That would be a pretty good choice for a yearbook dedication, if you ask me. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for today. Again, it's our second to last Friday together. You guys have done a great job. We need to really bear down and finish up strong in these last 2 weeks. And then also 8th graders, if you don't know this already, you are receiving information about your graduation this either today or early next week. But they're going to have a graduation ceremony for the 8th graders, and it actually sounds pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. And hopefully, I don't want to give too much away, but it sounds pretty cool, and it sounds like I'll actually hopefully be down there in Montpelier, which is going to be nice. So that'll be good. It'll be good to see everybody, I hope, in person. And I think that's it for today. I see some people are arriving late, which is fine. Just make sure you check your email, and if you have any questions, just let me know. So good morning, Sammy, and good morning, Keegan. I appreciate you guys coming. Also, Sammy Tucker says, my Wi-Fi was doing something in the last few days. You know, Sammy, you're not the only one. We've had Wi-Fi issues at my house too. And I know that there's some other students who've had problems with their Wi-Fi. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it might be related to the heat. I don't know. Does anybody have any last questions? Any last questions? If I go to Montpelier, I'm telling you what, man, I'm going to get the extra large blizzard. Coffee, ice cream, and Heath bar. So it's going to be good. All right. I think that's it. I hope don't forget also that leg 5 of the Dynamix virtual race series is this weekend. You can choose 1 mile, 3K. You can run 2.23 miles with the iRun with Mod. You can do 5K. And this week we also added a 10K, which is 6.2 miles. So if you want to participate in that, choose your distance, choose your mode of travel, hit your watch, and when you're done, stop your watch and then record your times. All that's on YouTube, and I'll be putting the link for results up. Where will I put those up? I'll put those up on, well, it's on YouTube. And if you want to find it, you can find it on YouTube. And I think I also sent people an email. So don't forget to get out, get fit, and have a great weekend, everybody. If you have any questions, I'll basically be online all day. Okay, so have a great, what if you ran 4.5 miles? Then I would put your time in for 3. Take your average time over the 3 miles and put that in there. Okay, happy birthday tomorrow, Ollie. And everybody have a great weekend. I hope you get outside. It's great to see you, at least virtually, on the live stream. And enjoy your weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye now.